these are some league tips and hotkeys that will help you get the upper hand on pretty much every single situation that will be happening throughout the game. So the first one that you want to start getting used to is when you go on game, you have this thing right here. Attack, move on cursor. You wanna make sure this is enabled. If you read what it says, it pretty much describes attack move will prioritize the target closest to your mouse click. So if I have two enemies there, now if I this is the normal A click, right? If I click exactly on the opponent, of course it will target that opponent. That is more than normal. But if I click on the ground, so on the floor, it will prioritize the closest target to my mouse. So right here, if I want to try to kite in team fights, for example like this, and then I want to try to hit the enemy from afar, I can try to kite in the other way, and if you're noticing, I'm actually hitting the enemy because that is the one that is closest to my cursor. So it's very important. You also have auto attack here enabled. So I wouldn't really recommend having this because let's say like in this case, for example, you're playing Caitlyn, you auto this guy ends up using Zhonya's, you have your 6th auto, but you want to save the 6th auto for this guy right here that ended up using Zhonya's. So if you have auto attack enabled, it will automatically auto the other guy, you'll miss your passive, and it's also bad in the laning phase when you're trying to farm and everything, so definitely don't use that because it's not as important. Another crucial tip is when you go on interface, you're going to have show spell cost. Normally it looks like this, so I literally have 0 spells. I have no idea how much they are costing, I'm just using them, and you can imagine how bad this is because if I try to do a full combo on Caitlyn, so let's try to do Q ulti here, so EQ ulti, look at that, I don't even have mana for my ulti. So just making sure how much each one of my spell costs can be very game changing because now I can kind of calculate real quick what I need to how exactly how much mana I need to do a certain combo, and it can be very game changing.